The Jimmy Z Show.
Hi, everybody. Jimmy Z here. You know, it wasn't more than a couple of nights ago, and I was telling people that Barack Obama was in a very dangerous place. And what I meant by that was that he was going to try and prove that he was not weak. Because there have been all these accusations that Barack Obama is a weak president, and he has a very weak foreign policy, and that there's an article I've got somewhere in this enormous growing pile of crap that I want to talk about. And instead of having a day's worth of links and stories that I want to talk about and complain that I can't get through them all, now I've got a week's worth, and I've got one show on the weekend. And so there's, I've literally got dozens and dozens and dozens of stories that I want to get into. But anyway, so I found this article where Obama has made the United States end up in a worse position with our allies, with every country on earth. In fact, it's a piece of audio, and an NBC News foreign correspondent, somebody on the staff of NBC News, has said that our relationship with every country that the United States deals with, foreign policy-wise, trade-wise, everything that we do with other countries, we are worse off. These other countries like us less as a result of the Obama presidency. Everything has gotten worse in all of these relationships with other countries since Obama has been president. And so the president is taking all of this criticism, and he doesn't like it because he's being criticized as being a very weak president, that he's not proactive, that he doesn't really get anything done, that every time there is some kind of controversy or the latest scandal comes up, all Obama says is, oh, that really makes me mad. And I just found out when you did, watching the evening news. So then I've got the article, if I can find it. I mean, when you have a big pile of links, it's kind of hard to find that one thing. It really is becoming a needle in a haystack situation. But there is an article where Obama is saying that, no, I am not weak. And he's in a dangerous position because now he wants to prove that he is not weak. Obama is going to do something to prove that he is strong. And of course, that could get really dangerous. What he's done is not as dangerous as something could be, a stupid act of war or something. But what he's done is negotiated for the release of a U.S. soldier who's been held in Afghanistan for 5 years by the Taliban. The soldier's name is Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl. And when I got up this morning, I'm on Facebook, and I'm seeing everybody is posting all of these pictures of Sergeant Bergdahl, and what a celebration it is. Finally, he's coming home. And I was saying, hold on, let's wait until we hear the whole story, because there's a reason he's being released. It's not like the Taliban woke up this morning and said, well, you know, we should get rid of this guy. We should send him home, because then the world will think of us as nice people. No, of course not. There's a reason. The Taliban got something in return. And so I was telling people on Facebook, hold off. It's not time for the big celebration yet. Because the Taliban doesn't do something for nothing. Well, it was about an hour, and the information came out in the news reports. This one happens to be in the New York Times. The lone American prisoner of war from the Afghan conflict, captured by insurgents nearly 5 years ago, has been released to American forces in exchange for five Taliban prisoners held at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, the Obama administration said on Saturday. So whatever happened to, we do not negotiate with terrorists? Obviously, now, under the direction of President Barack Hussein Obama, the United States does negotiate with terrorists. It's that simple. And that, my friends, is very dangerous. And I know that Sergeant Bergdahl's family is very excited because he's finally coming home, and no disrespect intended, but this one man is not worth this. He's not. He's not worth 5 Taliban terrorists held in Guantanamo Bay. That's a terrible deal. If you're going to strike a deal with terrorists, come on. Maybe one guy. But I wouldn't have any negotiating at all. This is not, one of my friends on Facebook pointed out, and she's exactly right, this does nothing but encourage them. Because now the United States is in a mood to negotiate with them. Isn't that great? Unbelievable. And so they can take any number of people. It doesn't have to be Americans. They can take innocent Christians in Afghanistan and hold them captive and threaten to torture and kill them unless we are willing to release more people from Guantanamo. It just goes on and on and on. So no, this is not something to celebrate. I realize his friends and family are very happy to see him coming home, but he was not worth this. This is, once again, terrible Obama foreign policy. Terrible.
The Jimmy Z Show.